You love creating with AI. And just like many of us, you may use tools like Gemini, Veo, Sora, Kling, Runway, or other AI platforms to generate videos for yourself, your social media, your products, or your business. But here's something most people don't know. When you download an AI-generated video, the video you see is not necessarily everything stored inside the file. There can also be hidden information, metadata. And sometimes, that metadata can contain information about how the video was created, the software used, the creation date, the encoder, technical properties, and in some supported files, even C2PA content credentials, or information indicating that the content was generated using AI. So how can you check what information is actually inside your AI-generated video? And how can you remove metadata you don't need? Let me show you. But first, what exactly is C2PA? C2PA stands for Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. It is a standard created to provide more transparency about the origin and history of digital content. Think of C2PA as a kind of digital provenance record attached to a media file. It can help describe where the content came from, how it was created, what tools were involved, and in some cases, how the content was modified. C2PA can be used with images, videos, and audio. On supported files, this information may appear as content credentials. The goal is simple: to provide more transparency about digital content. So now that we understand what C2PA is, let's see how to inspect our AI-generated video. First, go to exifinjector.com. At the top of the website, open Tools, then select Video Metadata Editor. For this tutorial, we're going to use an AI-generated video as our example. You have two options. You can click Upload Video and select the file from your computer, or simply drag and drop your video directly into the upload area. Once the file is loaded, Exif Injector will analyze it. Now click Read. This section allows you to inspect the metadata stored inside your video. Here, you may find information such as the file format, video resolution, codec, frame rate, creation date, encoder, software information, timestamps, audio information, and other technical properties stored inside the file. But if we want to look deeper, we need to check another section. Go to Other. This is where additional metadata may appear. Depending on how your video was generated or exported, you may find extra information related to the origin of the file. For example, in this video, we can see information such as created by Google Generative AI. This kind of information can help indicate which system or software was involved in creating the file. Depending on the video, you may also find C2PA information, content credentials, such as software identifiers, provenance information, generator information, or other custom metadata fields. This is why checking the Other section is important. A video may look completely normal when you watch it, while still containing additional technical information inside the file. Remember, C2PA is designed to track the provenance of digital content. It can help record the origin of a file, information about edits, and other details related to how the content was created or processed. Think of it as a digital history attached to supported media. Its purpose is to improve transparency around digital content. Now that we've inspected the original video, let's remove the metadata we don't need. Inside the Video Metadata Editor, go to Remove. Then click Remove Metadata. Exif Injector will begin processing the video. Once the process is complete, click Download Cleaned Files. The clean version of your video will be downloaded. The visual content of the video remains the same. What changes is the metadata you selected for removal. But we're not going to stop there. Let's verify the result ourselves. Go back to the beginning. Open Video Metadata Editor. Upload the cleaned video we just downloaded. Now click Read. And once again, open Other. Compare the cleaned file with the original video. You can now see which metadata fields are no longer present. And there you go. We started with an AI-generated video. We inspected the metadata stored inside it. We found information related to how the file was created. We checked the additional metadata fields. We removed the metadata we didn't need. And finally, we verified the cleaned file ourselves. Same video, same visual content, cleaner metadata. More control over the information stored inside your file. One important thing to understand. Removing metadata does not guarantee that Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, or another platform will classify your video differently. Social platforms may use additional signals beyond the metadata stored inside the file. And if a platform requires you to disclose that content was generated or modified using AI, you should still follow its rules. Exif Injector gives you control over the metadata stored inside your files. So, before uploading your next AI-generated video, check what's inside it. Inspect the metadata. Understand where the information comes from. Remove the metadata you don't need. And verify the result. Go to exifinjector.com. Open the Video Metadata Editor and try it with your own video. Exif Injector. Your videos, your files, your control.